I recently reviewed a book in my library. It's an old book, Manual of Traditional Wood Carving by Paul Hasluck. This is an English book that was, I believe, first printed around in the early 1900s. And it's all about carving and has many examples of different types of carving. I was interested in this type of carving, which is chip carving, and in particular this thing that he calls a trinket casket. And he provided three views: front view and a top view and a side view. And immediately I scanned that picture and brought it into SketchUp and modeled up in SketchUp, as I always do before going to the shop to work out all the details. So here's the kind of the package that I use in my drawing. I like to have several views: perspective views, exploded views, and an overall orthographic view, front, side, and top views. And then by having this modeled in SketchUp, I can produce full-size templates as shown here for the top or for the ledger plates, and use these to help with the construction. And even the hardware I like to model up, work out the details of slots and holes and dimensions and cutouts, etc. for the hardware. So I've been working on this project for a while, and this is the status of the project. It's almost done. I've got all the chip carving done in the front and in the ends, and there's a little bit of chip carving to do here in the top. This has a hinged top. I've installed the hardware, and it has a lock for the top. And the joinery is not difficult. It's just practically butt-up joinery, and it has these ledger plates on the top, and also the ledger plates on the front and on the ends. Now, when I have these templates, full-size templates coming out of SketchUp, let me zoom in a little bit, and okay, I'll move over here a little bit, and I cut out these full-size templates, and then I use regular glue stick that I could get in the local drugstore, and just wipe that on the piece of wood, and then just stick it down on there. And I'll let that dry before I start working with it. Best to just leave it overnight, and that provides a great modeling tool for the chip carving. Let me just show you how I then use this on this previously stuck template. And I make these cut lines, and most of these triangular cutouts. These knives need to be sharpened quite often. I keep a leather strop close by, and I'll work that often to keep them very sharp. Then what I do in the chip carving is knock out a chip down to the cut line, and work that around on all the edges here. Create these channels, this channel, V channel down in the middle, down to the cut line. Make sure I'm in the picture here. That gets us down to the first cut line, so then after taking away those chips, I'll go deeper with another cut line, and it's deeper in the center of where they all intersect. That's where I put more pressure, and then work again to remove material. Down to the cut line, and then work it around this curvature. Work each of these sides of the triangle down to the cut line. And that's about it. Maybe a little bit of the cleanup involved. And the nice thing about this is you can work this without a workbench. It can be done in various locations, and you can do it sitting down, and there aren't that many tools involved. I use a set of knives that look like this, and I keep them very sharp. So I'll finish this up and put some linseed oil on, and then probably do some beeswax finish on it.